The Brewers put together their third straight comeback win. You saw the highlights. Game one of this doubleheader. Yeli had 3 hits on the day, and their 26 come from behind wins. That is 4th most in Major League Baseball. Yesterday they were coming down 3-0. Today they were able to come back down 2-0. And here's a look at our pitching matchup for game 2 of this doubleheader. Both of them designated as the 27th man for this game. For Hunter Dobbins, his 18th career start, and the Brewers are countering with the lefty Robert Gasser, making his 15th career start. Hi everyone, Sophia Minnaert here at Busch Stadium, and Robert Gasser is getting ready for his 8th start of the season. You saw just there his 15th career start, and he has pitched well here. A 4.5 earned run average, but that doesn't tell the full story. He has pitched much better over his last 3 starts as he continues to work his way back from Tommy John surgery, and he is starting to put all of the pieces together in terms of his usage. So we take a look at our Johnson Financial Group player profile. Over his last 3 starts, Gasser has covered 17 1/3 innings to a 2.6 earned run average, 17 strikeouts for him, and a 2.13 opponent average. So the command has been there. He did have a quality start against the Braves. His last start against the Reds was a good one as well, 5 2/3 and 3 earned runs. Gasser spoke with me about how the confidence has continued to grow.
It's funny because it's 3 seasons, but they've all felt so short. So all these short stints leave different feelings and memories. But this one I've definitely felt the most comfortable. Being the fact that I've had a good stretch and I've got some innings, I'm starting to feel more comfortable here on the team and just at the major league level. I'm starting to use the cutter more. The sinker execution's been better, especially early counts. Not as much misses. I'd love another tick or 2 on the velocity, but I feel like I've been able to sustain that throughout my starts, and going, pitching into the 6th inning is great, and holding that, 92 is great.
Robert Gasser takes the mound, and it is the Major League debut of Luis Lara, who started the season as the 4th best prospect in the organization, gets the start in center field. Looking forward to Luis Lara on the field here. Brewers and Cardinals game 2.
At the Chocolate Factory, you're in.
Luis Lara, one of the top prospects in the Brewers organization.
Very highly regarded as a fantastic defender.
That kid is something else.
And that is an absolute no-doubter off the bat of Luis Lara.
Brewers love him defensively.
He's like Superman in center.
A menace on the bases, Luis Lara.
He runs very well. That's a huge part of his game.
To the wall, Lara leaps and makes the catch. Are you serious? Another day and another diving catch from Luis Lara,
who continues to build that Gold Glove candidacy in center.
No problem for the 5'7", 169-pounder to slug one out of here.
I mean, he's been everywhere, offensively and defensively for the Sounds. The 21-year-old kid continues to flash.
Just some flashes of what you'll see from Luis Lara, set to make his major league debut, getting some encouragement from Robert Gasser, from Gary Sanchez, pitching coach Chris Hook. Go out there, do your thing, kid. He's due up 2nd in this top half of inning number 1. Brewers TV is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers set to face Hunter Dobbins for the 2nd time in his career. Brewers saw him with the Boston Red Sox a year ago with Tim Dillard and Sophia Minnaert. Jeff Levering with you. The Brewers starting lineup today starts with Christian Yelich as the DH, and then you'll get Luis Lara in the number 2 spot. He's in center field. Bryce Terang, Andrew Vaughn, Jake Bowers was 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles in the opener. He's in left. Gary Sanchez, Sal Frelick, Cooper Pratt, and then Joey Ortiz round out that starting 9. And as mentioned, they get Dobbins. He is the 27th man today for the Cardinals, up from AAA Memphis.
Yeah, 26 years old. Went from Boston to St. Louis in December of last year. He's battled some injuries, right elbow strain, right ACL tear. 12 starts in Memphis, under a 4 ERA, 5-1 record. And this guy is a mixologist. 6 pitches, has every kind of fastball, sweeper, curveball, and a split. Something he really likes to throw is that split, but he will get some ground balls as well.
First pitch about ready to be thrown by Dobbins. That's presented to you by Aurora Healthcare. Here it is to Yelich. And it's good for a strike, and off we go in game number 2. Start of the middle game of this 5-game series in 4 days. Yelich 3 hits in the opener, including a couple of doubles. Made his way around the field. Double on the right field line, single up the middle, doubled on the left field line.
I didn't want to play favorites. Want to make sure every outfielder had a chance to pick up the ball that he hit.
2 balls and a strike on Christian Yelich. First multi-hit game since the Cubs series. That's down and in. 3 balls and a strike. Trying to get on ahead of Luis Lara, who's chopping at the bit to get his opportunity. The 3-1 is in there. It's 3-2. There he is, a switch hitter from Venezuela, Luis Lara. 3-2 coming back. And a chopper foul, do it again.
Another good at bat by Yelich. Worked a couple of counts in game 1. Does seem a little bit more comfortable up there. Not as timid. He was battling a 4 for 24 before his 3 hits in the game 1. Now has 4 RBIs on the road trip.
Yelich sprays 1 foul. Yeah, Yelich coming into the game yesterday was in a 3 for 30 funk. Quick adjustment of the shin guards for Ivan Herrera behind the dish. Pitch number 8 to Christian Yelich. Ground ball to short. Mason Wynn has it. Throws out Yelich. And here comes Luis Lara for the first time in his big league career. Signed a 7-year deal June 9th. Finally gets to put on the big league uniform in a regular season game. Put up great numbers in AAA Nashville. And the first one is high. .24 stolen bases. More walks than strikeouts in AAA. Has never struck out 100 times in any minor league season so far. And a challenge from Herrera. High splitter. We'll see how this ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile works out. It is a strike. It's 1-2 on Lara. Had 32 doubles a year ago in AA Biloxi. 1-2 in tight, 2-2. And coming into this season, he had only hit 10 career home runs in the minor leagues, 9 at AAA this year. Laid off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Already showing a keen eye.
Well, think about it. Your major league debut, you want to get up there and swing the bat. He goes, no, I'm just gonna see a bunch of these pitches. Works a full count. A guy that feels very comfortable in many different counts.
3-2 popped up foul. Emner Uribe making the catch down there in the Brewers dugout, I think.
Just kind of reached up and snagged it.
Oh, Greg Jones. Greg Jones down there. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Lara. Off the mound out to Wynn. Couple of ground outs to short. Wait until his next at bat for Lara. Making Dobbins work though in this first inning. Lost his cap, and Bryce Terang coming up with 2 outs and nobody on base.
Well, I think that might be part of the plan, is to see if they can get in that bullpen. Already got in the bullpen in game 1. Cardinals had to use a lot of pitchers.
Swing and a miss by Turang. Cardinals made a move in between games. Bruce Zimmerman, who threw 5 innings out of the bullpen, sent out. Jared Schuster, another left-hander, brought in. 0-2 on Turang.
I think making each pitcher for the Cardinals throw a lot of pitches is going to work, not just for today, but the games following this. For the next, what, we're here for what, 2 weeks of games?
Yes, we are.
Said?
Just in St. Louis. There's a liner into right, a base hit for Turang. Walker trying to cut it off. Turang around first. He's headed for second. Here comes the throw. It's late. It's a double for Bryce Turang with 2 outs.
And another hit for Turang with 2 strikes. Feels very comfortable behind in the count. Gets a slider down and in. Grips it, rips it, says I'm taking second as well.
Man in scoring position, 2 away. The Brewers were 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position in game 1. Vaughn making the start in game 2. And that one missed. It was close. 1 ball, no strikes. Vaughn 1 for 7 so far in the road trip. Ahead 2-0. RBI chance of 2 outs against Dobbins. 20 pitches already in this first frame. Vaughn off the end of the bat. First base side, foul territory. Out of play. Three and 1 now on Vaughn.
That's a great take after swinging at a pitch out of the zone on the foul ball. Why wouldn't you, as Dobbins, trying to see how far he will go?
Good hitters count. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Backed up that slider and Vaughn went down to a knee.
He slipped in the box a little bit. Going to use his timeout.
Dobbins backed up that slider. Mentioned Dobbins faced the Brewers last year. He was with the Red Sox then. Came out of the bullpen. 3-2 to Vaughn. Strike 3 called. Backed up that sweeper. And Dobbins strikes out Vaughn to end the inning. A double by Turang. That's all. Robert Gasser takes the mound when we come back.
It's Miller time.
No score, home half of the first inning. St. Louis Cardinals have dropped 6 straight games against the Brewers. Lost a lot of close games too. 3 straight losses by 2 runs or fewer. Starting live today, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Weatherholt, Herrera, and Walker, top 3 in the order. Velasquez, Burleson, and Wynn in the middle. Fermin, Jordan, and Church down at the bottom. And they get the left-hander Robert Gasser today. Gasser 1-3 on the season. ERA just over 4.5. Was good against the Reds his last time out.
Yeah, his 8th start and really finding his footing in the last 3 starts. Brewers have won all 3 of those games. Really filling up the strike zone.
That's the key for him. If he can throw strikes and limit the walks. In the month of June, he did a very good job of that. Made 5 starts in June and walked just 7 batters. Usage there for him. The 0-2 to Weatherholt. Popped up foul and out of play.
Well, his first 4 starts, 18 1/3 innings, gave up 14 earned runs. Last 17 1/3 innings, Got an ERA under 3. He's been limiting the extra base hits as well.
Sweeper swept too much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's Miz after a brilliant performance in game number 1. Picked up his 10th win. And it's low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And really saved that bullpen. 7 innings. Ashby got an inning. Uribe. Everybody else has to wait.
Two to Weatherholt. Chopper to third. Backhanded by Ortiz. Strong throw across, and he gets Weatherholt. Defense behind him, Tim.
Brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. Jake Bowers in left. Luis Lara, major league debut in center field. Sal Frelick in right. Ortiz, Pratt, Turang, and Vaughn around the infield. And Gary Sanchez pushing the buttons. Probably going to be challenging some calls for pitcher Robert Gasser.
Not afraid to use that challenge system. There's Lara patrolling center field. First time in the big league ballpark for Lara. Herrera takes a strike on the inside corner. That third deck in the big league lights.
I thought it was a very smart move. First base coach Spencer Allen had Luis Lara out in the outfield. What, like 9 o'clock this morning? It felt like 9:40. Took a few balls in left field and went to center field, just getting a lay of the land. It's a very smart thing to do. You can easily fall into something you didn't think. Wow, ball goes in the ribbon board, or you know, what's it going to look like on the high pop fly, or running a ball down in the gap. Thought that was a very smart move to get out and kind of see that perspective.
Gasser's 1-2 to Herrera. Popped him up first base side. Vaughn looks to have room and does. Makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Gasser. Tim, your Miller time game plan.
Yeah, just came up with this on the spot. Ride the wave. Hey, you won the first 2 games. You won game 1 today. Have some fun with it. 2 of 2. You got the hard part out of the way. You went all in on it. Got the win. Now you just get to enjoy it. And I think when baseball players feel that freedom, they play really well.
Here's Jordan Walker. 2 outs, nobody on base. Gasser. Line drive, base hit to left. Walker with another first inning hit. This one stays in the ballpark though. 2 out single allows Nelson Velasquez a chance to hit against Gasser.
Yeah, again on the first pitch with Walker. But if you're going to give up a hit on the first pitch. If you're going to give up a hit, let it be a single and with 2 outs. This is just a sinker down, kind of challenging Walker.
Velasquez came on as a pinch hitter in the game earlier today. Struck out in the 8th against Ashby. And he hits a pop-up. Shallow center. It's Turang going out. He's got a beat on it. Makes the catch, and it's a clean inning for Robert Gasser in the bottom of the first. We're off and running in game 2 of this double dip.
For life.
Jake Bowers leads it off for the Brewers in this second inning. No score. He sits atop our Wisconsin Lottery home run leaderboard with 16. Hit that 16th home run on Sunday in Arizona. Go ahead homer. And Bowers will flare into shallow center. Out is Wynn. 1 away on 1 pitch. Dobbins got in on his hands. Now it's Gary Sanchez. Sanchez caught the finale in Arizona, had a double in that game, scored a run. It was the decisive run in the 3-2 victory over the Diamondbacks. Sanchez, I believe, will use his timeout. Just did get into the catching circle in time to use his timeout. May have still been taken off his gear.
Still stretching.
Watch him swing first pitch and hit a bomb.
100%.
Would have been great if he did it.
Good
Didn't.
eye.
1-0.
Good eye.
After a 1-pitch out. Yeah, taken all the way. Backing up that slider again.
That's got to be on purpose. That's the 4th one that we've seen.
With Herrera set up on the outside corner, backing up that slider seems to be a very risky proposition for him.
Well, and still throwing it. It's worked so far, though.
Sanchez into center. Church makes the play. 2 gone for Sal Frelick. Last time we saw Dobbins, he had long hair as a member of the Red Sox. He didn't go full dust in May when he got traded over from Boston. He was in the Wilson Contreras deal. Was Hunter Dobbins. Sal takes a strike at the knees. AAA 12 starts for Dobbins. He was 5-1 with an ERA under 4. Frelick reaches out, hits it into right for Walker. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Dobbins in the second.
And you can eat.
Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Brewers and the Cardinals here at Busch Stadium. And Luis Lara, welcome to Major League Baseball. Now his Major League debut after being added to the roster earlier today. And earlier in June, signed a 7-year contract at just 21 years old. And he is putting together a career year in AAA with the Nashville Sounds. A .321 average, the OPS over 900. 9 home runs, also a career high with 24 stolen bases. He won a minor league Gold Glove in center field last year, and that is significant because that is across all minor league levels. And defense is a huge part of why the Brewers signed him to this contract. He is an elite athlete. His speed, his contact, his plate discipline at the plate. They believe that Luis Lara will have a very successful career here. And when we spoke to him today, he's obviously really excited to be here, guys. He said when he got the call from manager Rick Sweet late last night, he was playing FIFA on PlayStation. He got World Cup fever, was happy to take the phone call, made it a call immediately to his mom, Hireen, back home in Venezuela, and then he got to packing to make his way here to St. Louis. But you think about what a ride it has been for him. Signed with this organization in 2022. He said at the start of spring training, he could have never predicted this type of season, the contract before his debut, and now this moment. So congratulations to Luis Lara. He's thrilled to be here.
He's going to be due up 4th in the 3rd inning. Just a special kid. He's going to be man in center field for game 2 of this doubleheader. Pitch to Burleson, and wave and a miss. He's gone. First strikeout for Robert Gasser. So for Luis Lara, again, a switch hitter. All the pertinent information right there on your screen. Just a young kid at 21 years old. He's going to be flashing the leather out there in center field. The big question, there not a lot of playing time to go around the way Frelick's playing. Garrett Mitchell, Jackson Churio, you got Jake Bowers. The Brewers would not have brought him up to the big leagues unless he was going to play.
Yeah, I think they probably obviously have a plan. But I think one thing that they really do a good job of is making sure these guys are defensive ready.
One hit towards the gap. Over is Frelick to make the catch. 2 away.
And that's something that you can go back to Terang, Cooper Pratt, now Luis Lara. These guys know what they're doing. They can play the field. And then it's about swing decisions. One of the biggest thing that sticks out is the fact that he has more walks than strikeouts. This guy knows the strike zone. He knows what he can hit and what he can't hit. And everything else is everything else. You only get that with big league experience. So he's already checked the boxes on what he needs to do.
So impressive to see at such a young age. Jose Fermin takes ball 1 from Gasser. Looking over the scouting report. Pratt and Lara both signing long-term contracts this year with the Brewers. And in about a month of each other, there's Pratt open over his head. It's a base hit for Fermin. Busted his bat. Second time in the series he's had a broken bat single. Another 2-out hit for St. Louis.
At this level, Jeff, they get free bats. That one dies a hero. He's laughing about it right now. Stubby Clapp actually left the first base coach's box to come over and laugh with him.
First time we've seen him out of the upper right-hand corner of that coach's box. He'll get back in there. Right there. Same spot every time. Here's Blaze Jordan. Didn't play in the opener and takes high for ball 1. 0 for 3 yesterday in game 1 of the series. Huge lead for Fermin. Jordan takes low, 2-0.
I think he was bluffing because as soon as Gasser went into his delivery, he darted back towards first. Now, there's one thing I saw. I was down in Nashville a couple weeks ago, kind of went through practice with the entire team in AAA, and there were several guys at lefties working on their move to first.
Ground ball towards short. Pratt will go the short way. Get the force out on Fermin. Inning over. Just a 2-out single is all. We head to the third. Still no score. No score, top half of the third inning, and Cooper Pratt digs in. We're talking about the deal that Luis Lara signed about a month ago. 7 years, $31 million. Cooper Pratt, that 8-year, $50 million deal. Jackson Chourio signing his prior to making his big league debut at 8 years and $84. That's the young core for this organization. Pratt fouls it away. Big cut at that Dobbins fastball. Jackson Chourio getting the day off in game number 2. Luis Lara due up 4th in this third inning. Pratt takes a strike. 0 for 2, couple of walks, and scored a pair of runs. Led off the 3rd, scored a run, led off the 7th, scored a run. Both of those walks. Dobbins pumping in strikes. 1 and 2.
And using every pitch under the sun too. Fastballs, sliders, sweepers, splits.
Pratt going the other way to right. Back is Walker. Warning track, reaches out, it's up and over his head and off the wall and a bounce. Pratt around second, he's headed for third. The throw from Walker is way offline. It's a triple for Cooper Pratt. First big league triple for Cooper Pratt. And the chance of Coop from the Brewers fans in St. Louis.
Yeah, it comes on a 2-strike count, fastball away. This is exactly what you're supposed to do with this ball. Jordan Walker was playing more straight up in right field, not thinking he was going to be able to hit a ball this far opposite field. The one time a Brewer hits one down there, it doesn't go over the fence. Cooper Pratt able to go to third. What a throw by Jordan Walker. I know it was offline, but he threw it across 2 football fields, it looked like.
Herrera looked like he wanted to challenge that pitch. He even put the baseball to his helmet and was denied. Adam Hamry, the home plate umpire, didn't recognize it. Brewers won for the better. Here's a 1-0 to Joey Ortiz, infield up. Swing and a miss. Splitter from Dobbins. RBI chance, nobody out, runner at third. Fouled away by Ortiz, having a good road trip. 3 for 4 in game 1 of this doubleheader, including an RBI double. 6 for 13 on the trip thus far.
He'll be doing a good job getting the guy in from third. Taking advantage of infield being in a couple of times.
And he waves and misses at the sweeper, so he's gone on strike. Second strikeout for Dobbins. Now a message from Potawatomi Sportsbook.
When Potawatomi Sportsbook invited me, John Kuhn, to be their spokesperson, I had to join the team. Yes! Yeah! Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
Infield still up. Yelich takes inside. Bounced to short back in the opening inning.
Yelich is definitely one of the guys I would not want to play in on the infield. He hits more grounders than almost anybody, and they're rockets.
Fouls it back. Brewers trying to take the lead in this third inning. Still scuffling with runners in scoring position the last couple of weeks. Nonetheless, try and take advantage against Dobbins. 1-1. Ground ball hit towards the middle. Going to get the run home. Yelich drives in the run. It's 1-0 Milwaukee. Right through the wickets of Dobbins. And a good read from Pratt, who's going on down angle.
Yeah, enough to get it by the pitcher. Knows the assignment. Need to get that run in. That's something that the Brewers, one of the reasons all the games they've been playing lately is close is because at those type of situations they haven't been getting the runner in.
Now Lara hits one towards right. Walker coming on, lays out and makes the catch. Takes the first big league hit away from Luis Lara. The All-Star Jordan Walker coming up with a nice headlong catch.
For Feldco.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Miller Lite. Taste you can depend on. And by Northwestern Mutual. Discover a better way to money at northwesternmutual.com. Back in St. Louis, steady diet of Brewers fans in the ballpark for this series. Summertime, enjoying the humidity down in Missouri. As Nathan Church digs in against Robert Gasser. Just a couple of singles allowed by Gasser in the first two innings. And Church fouls the first one back. Church 1 out of 8 in the series. Jacob Mizorowski dealt in game number 1. 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. Another outing where he didn't walk a batter, struck out 11. Second straight outing where he hasn't walked a batter and has had double-digit strikeouts.
I really like how Mizorowski, it's almost like he compartmentalizes a little bit. He goes from one game within the game to the next. First pitch strike. Can I get a quick out? If the guy's still there, strike him out.
Off the end of the bat, shallow center, Lara. Frelick comes in and makes the catch. Luis Lara hands up, goes, all right, pal, I got you. I see your range. Nice play by Sal. Pat Murphy. Gosh, I love their relationship. It's so great.
He's going to say, why don't you just catch that in the air? Yeah, no shot. Maybe had a late step on a break, but makes up for it. Diving catch. He ended the game in Arizona. That's our Aurora Healthcare play of the game. Defense matters.
Saw Lara in the background going, nope, you got it, man. You want a gold glove already, pal? My gold glove is just a minor league glove. Sal Frelick, who ended that game on Sunday, as you talked about, Tim, it was a necessary leap. A lot of people say that Sal takes some unnecessary leaps. Pat Murphy says that from time to time. That was a necessary one. Sunday.
I think as a pitcher, you just, if it's an out, it's an out. Don't care what it looks like. You can dive and catch it. You can catch and dive. Don't care.
Weatherhold out to right center. Frelick back on it. He's there, makes the catch. Having to go through the shadows into the sunlight, back into the shadows and the sunlight again. Been a busy inning out there in right field for Sal.
They're talking about it right now. I said, that's son. We got to talk.
Careful in those neighborhoods. He's got the sunglasses up on his cap.
He's saying, I took out Joey Weimer a few years ago. You better watch it.
Herrera popped to first base. And that's back to the backstop from Gasser on a changeup. Just 7 pitches so far in the inning from Gasser. 2 balls, no strikes on Herrera. A couple of 2-out singles allowed by Gasser is all. Herrera rips it foul. May have broken his bat. He did.
Well, Shocker trying to pull the baseball.
It's a festive Cardinals jersey.
Today it looks like Hawaiian shirt day.
Very tropical. Beach theme. It's warm enough for it, but comfortable, not super hot. 81 degrees at game time. Certainly could be a lot worse this time of year in St. Louis.
I think we've seen it a lot worse.
Confirmed. 3-1 to Herrera. That is inside for ball 4. Another 2-out base runner for Gasser. And no challenge from Sanchez, which is shocking.
Kind of surprised. I feel like he probably would have won that. I think Gasser's probably wondering the same thing. That sweeper's really good, though. A little too good on that particular pitch.
Jordan Walker, a base hit back in the opening inning. And looks at strike 1 on the corner. Ground ball to third, backing up Ortiz. Tough play all the way across. Got him. We'll see. Great effort by Joey Ortiz. Only Marmol holding things up. See if they want to challenge. Running out of time. They're out of time. Great play by Joey Ortiz. No challenge. Outstanding defensive effort behind Robert Gasser in this inning. Sal Frelick with a diving catch. That was out number 1. And then Joey Ortiz, as far a throw as you could make. One hop and got him.
Our stadium.
1-0 Brewers. We keep going back and forth and looking at that last play from Joey Ortiz. Did he get Jordan Walker? Did he not? I don't care. That was a heck of a play from shallow left.
Well, legally he's out. Umpire said took too long to challenge. I don't think there was enough there. We've looked at it several times. I mean, for them to figure out in just a few seconds if they want to use their challenge. Joey Ortiz from left field skips a rock. Andrew Vaughn stretches.
There's not enough there to overturn it, I don't think.
Incredible play.
A lot of people ask how the Brewers continue to win as many games as they do. Those types of plays, playing defense, saving runs, that's how you win a lot of games. You hit enough, but you don't give up a lot of runs.
I mean, Sal Frelick dives in right. There's an out, one less base runner. Probably saved a double down the line there, Joey Ortiz.
To second base. One away in this 4th inning.
It's not always about the runs you put up, it's the runs that don't go up. And you ask any of this pitching staff, I mean, they love this defense. No pitcher's ever had a defense like this behind them. That's when you sit there and you go, I don't really know what to throw. You can go, well, just let the guy hit it.
Vaughn takes outside, ball 1. Ball and a strike on Vaughn. Vaughn fouls it away. Vaughn off the end, had a good pitch to hit, just missed it. Making the play, Fermin. 2 up and 2 down.
Think you know the Brew Crew? Put your Brewers knowledge to this test with the Brewers Guess Who giveaway for the first 25,000 fans at the game Saturday, July 25th, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Get your tickets at brewers.com/giveaways.
Did your person win an MVP? It's the game. Guess who? I was playing.
Oh, yeah.
Guess
who?
Tim.
I thought it was like, is he wearing bifocals? You know, like that.
Yeah, that's also could be a clue. I will say, don't be like Vinny Rotino and say, is your person wearing a hat? Because they're all wearing hats.
I haven't physically seen it yet, but I'm just going on a limb of what I just saw on that little PowerPoint presentation we just gave, that they're all wearing hats.
Yes. Yeah. Don't guess that.
I feel like that's a wasted question.
It is, especially when it's your opening question. Just saying.
Did he play for the Brewers?
You could ask mustache, facial hair, only mustache, beard, clean cut.
Well, what if it's a crooked hat? Look at Vinny's hat.
Totally. Could be a crooked hat.
Really crooked hat.
Which logo is on their hat? Old logo, new logo, wheat logo. The options are so many. Can't wait for that Guess Who giveaway. Guess who's going to the bottom of the 4th inning? We are.
Your money works here.
Slowly making our way down the wire cam, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Robert Gasser pitching with a lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Just a couple of singles, a walk, 1 strikeout. He's been very economical with his pitching. Just 35 pitches so far in the first 3 innings. He'll face 4, 5, and 6. Velasquez, Burleson, and Wynn. Brewers coming into today's action 7 games clear of the Cubs in the division. 9.5 games up on the Cardinals. Still a lot of ground to cover in terms of the season, but the Brewers are already 17-6 against the National League Central. Up to the moment standings, 24 games over 500. Popped him up, shallow right. Terang is out. 1 away in the 5th. Game number 91 playing today, started by Robert Gasser. And for more on Gas, let's check in with Sophia Minard.
His 8th start of the season, guys, and it's been stops and starts for him over 3 seasons when he made his major league debut, and then he had to have Tommy John surgery and missed the majority of last year. But he said this stint, this season, is when he has felt most comfortable, and part of that is just that he feels like he's fully healthy. He's kind of cleared all the hurdles physically. His pitch count is in a good place. We heard him talk before the game that he's been able to sustain velocity. He says, I still feel like there's a ticker more in there, and he can tap into that. But he said, you know, it's all in a good place right now, and comfort is such a big deal about just these catchers and with the pitching coaches. So he feels like the pieces are kind of all finally coming together for him, and he's able to build some momentum here. He does have 1 quality start that came against the Braves, but his last one against the Reds was 5 2/3, 3 innings, very nearly a quality start there.
Thank you, Sophia. And the big key too, getting that pitch count up. 97 pitches against the Braves, 96 against Cincinnati. Those are big hurdles. Came back late last year, was on the postseason roster. Pitching a couple of games in the playoffs.
What I've seen from his first several outings until recently is more comfortable with his stuff in the zone. I think he was very timid. He was trying to get guys to maybe reach, go after stuff that wasn't in the zone early. And if they took it, eventually you have to start going back to the middle of the strike zone. And so now we're starting to see a guy fill up the zone and then get away from the middle of the zone. And it's been paying off. You get quick outs that way.
One and 2 on Mason Wynn, throwing that sweeper. You've seen him develop that backdoor breaking ball, the cutter, The curveball. 1-2. Got him on the inside corner with a fastball. Another strikeout for Robert Gasser. He's got a couple in this game. He goes 1, 2, 3 through the Cardinals in the fourth. Wire Cam brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. This is the promotion we just witnessed in between the innings. They started with a hot dog on one side, the bun on the other side of the stadium, and they tried to meet in the middle. And that is what we came up with at the very end. And now we're walking away with the buns. And where did the Frankfurter go?
Yeah, they tried to meet with the bun. They did it behind home plate. I'm not going to lie, that was pretty exciting to watch.
Was it?
It was. Acting like you didn't enjoy it.
I was just curious where it was going to go. And I was also curious about the commentary with which you were using in between the innings.
I'm going to be honest. I felt like I needed to be down there and help everybody. Just leverage, bird's eye view of what's going on.
I feel like this was the first time they've tried to pull off that promotion.
I've never
seen
seen
it. It worked.
It worked.
It worked for something. It was
memorable. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out of my mind.
It's game 2. Needed to pick me up. That was fun to watch.
Hot dog finds the bun. That's it. Is that what the promo's called?
I don't know. I don't know. I blacked out. I was just focused on the game, not really knowing what the actual name of it was. But that was cool to see the fans that much into it on both sides. Everybody was getting involved.
That was good. It was, again, that was something. I can't unsee it.
Hot dogs.
I know that.
Hot dogs once again bringing everyone together.
Bad day to be a hot dog. Frelick takes a strike. Flying to right his first time up. Oh, 1. Chopper foul. We were talking about this in game number 1, Dilly, about bobbleheads. And Brandon Woodruff has one where he was a hitter. Here's your Bratzuka.
Based on true events. That's what we're seeing. Yeah,
and you have a brat in your mouth, but not on the bobblehead.
You know, when I was doing the Bratzuka, I wanted one to just kind of hang out. Felt like Hannibal from A-Team. Just have a stogie hanging there as I'm shooting and rocketing these brats over the net and to the screaming fans.
Again at Appleton's, but your bobblehead did not have a hot dog in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's too bad. It seems like a miss.
I'm not sure where my affinity came from.
Fly ball center field for Church. Comes in now, makes the catch. Sanchez back to first base. That's not your only bobblehead. You have another bobblehead, don't you? Or a couple more?
I got several. I had 0 bobbleheads as a player, and now I have like 5.
Really?
Yeah.
As an analyst personality?
I don't even know.
Shooter?
Just existing, I guess, in certain capacities. But
what are the other ones?
There's one me at a broadcast desk, a couple of those.
Yeah.
And then there's one me pitching, but I was already done playing at that time. So
okay.
Yeah. I'm sure there's another one in there somewhere. The Sounds one. They retired my number, AAA Sounds, and got a bobblehead.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You have boxes of them in your garage?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I've given a lot away. I got about 7 or 8 left. They only made 20,000 or so. So
means you're doing a good job. It's for the people. Cooper Pratt, who's only scored the only run of the game, I'm sure he'll have a bobblehead or 7 in his future.
He's probably already got several. He scored 3 times in the day. Walked twice in game 1, scored both times. And led off the top of the 3rd with a triple and scored on that one.
Dobbins working in the 5th inning. Good take by Cooper Pratt. Three strikeouts so far from Dobbins. He's walked only 1. Used his timeout before this 1-2 pitch. Skips in the dirt. Herrera with the stop.
He's been really leaning into that sweeper for the strikeout pitch. All 3 strikeouts on the sweeper.
Missed wide.
You know, one thing that Cooper Pratt does, I wonder if he got this just being in the minor leagues for a while and seeing how the ABS works, is he looks straight ahead. He looks straight ahead before he looks at the pitcher. He wants to be kind of set up before he has to engage. A lot of guys just go straight from the ground up to the pitcher.
And he takes ball 4. They've got those other timers over by the on deck circles. I've seen a lot of guys that'll just be looking straight at those timers. You have to be engaged with the pitcher by a specific time. So right around 9 seconds, he'll look up. That's his barometer. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and you see pitchers do it on the mound with runners on base. Pitcher will come set, he looks straight ahead because you can kind of see the peripheral. But it kind of leaves someone wondering, like, where is he looking? Where is he going? And you don't see it a lot, I think, or maybe you're going to see more of it as young players come up that are more adjusted to the ABS, where they can sit there and they go, okay, all right, now I'm engaged. They can look straight ahead and then turn left or right.
Ortiz takes low, and the pitcher cannot come set unless you are fully engaged with your eyes with the pitcher too, so it freezes them.
That's what I'm saying, and it's a different look. Pitchers, most guys just look straight down and then they look up and then here we go.
Just like Ortiz did. Saw him looking down, then went right to the pitcher.
Yep.
And he lines a base hit to right field. Bases will be loaded. Sanchez anchored at third base. They're loaded for Yelich with only 1 away. Nice piece of hitting from Joey Ortiz.
I feel like we've been saying that a lot lately. Coming up in moments and using the opposite field at times. What I really like is that he's taking advantage. I mean, he was platooning there for a while, but now suddenly he's starting to get more at bats and more at bats, and he's building off of that.
Yelich hits it foul, and now with David Hamilton on the injured list, you're going to see Ortiz in there every day.
I mean, honestly, with his defense, I mean, put him anywhere. He is a wizard on the diamond.
0-1 to Yelly. He's bounced to short twice. One of them drove in the only run of the game in the third, playing a double play depth up the middle. Swing and a miss. He chased that curveball. Ground ball foul outside of first. Went off speed again. As you mentioned, Tim, earlier, all 3 hits for Yelich in game 1 came on off speed pitches. And 2 of them against lefties, doubled against the righty.
Well, I think, you know, you struggle against a team. The next team that you're going to face will look how that batter struggled, and they will try to duplicate that to try to have success. And it was the breaking ball. It was the down and in from a righty, or the sweeper slider away with a lefty.
And he struck out on a curveball. Yelich, that's out number 2. Big strikeout for Dobbins. Biggest moment in the young career of Luis Lara, his 3rd at bat. He bounced to short and then was robbed of a hit from Jordan Walker to diving play in the 3rd. Bases loaded for Lara. ...80 pitches for Dobbins. Strike one on Lara. He certainly looks confident up there at the plate. Even his takes are confident.
Just very comfortable.
Nice take on that splitter. 2 balls and a strike on Luis Lara.
He just looks fast too, doesn't he? He just looks like all he's got to do is tap it and he's going to be at first.
Trying to capture some history, hopefully. 2-1 to Lara. 3 balls and a strike and nowhere to put him. Bullpen starts moving for St. Louis. Hitters count for Lara, the 3-1 from Dobbins. Ground ball right side, base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Pratt. The throw goes to third. It is late. Lara takes second. First big league knock for Luis Lara, and he drives in a pair.
Seeing a lot of pitches in this game already. You're thinking eventually he's going to strike, and he does on a 3-1 fastball, bottom third. And he rakes it into the 4 hole. Gary Sanchez with Cooper Pratt right on his heels. 2 runs are in. Brewers up 3-0. Fastball bottom of the zone. Laces it in that 4 hole. Little chopper out to Jordan Walker in right, who decides to go to third with it. And then Lara turns on the jets, ends up at second base. Look at the dugout. And then they want the ball. Hey, we're going to need that ball.
Fired up when he gets to second base. He's got a batting average. Yep, I want that baseball. He's going to get a hologram sticker, authenticated. Jason Schauger, equipment man, will put it in the case. Get the lineup card to go along with it. And Luis Lara, his first big league hit and his first 2 RBIs. And he will never forget the city of St. Louis. Bryce Terang looking for a couple of RBIs. Takes outside, ball 1. All started with a couple of walks against Dobbins. His first 2 walks in this outing. And Terang out to left center. Church is back. He's there. Makes the catch. Inning over. Luis Lara in his big league debut. Drives in a couple and extends this lead to 3-0. Get that kid that baseball. Historic night for Luis Lara. A hit and 2 RBIs for Luis Lara. Every Brewers RBI. Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours equivalent to $250 of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Long day at the ballpark. Brewers have a 3-0 lead halfway home. Jose Fermin digs in for St. Louis. One of the 2 singles for the Cardinals. Robert Gasser delivers strike 1.
Had to sit in the dugout for 29 pitches from Dobbins. Comes back out. Fastball top of the zone, strike 1.
Ball and a strike on Fermin. Gasser's got that slinging action to his delivery. Fermin fouls it away. We've seen guys that throw like this work more on the first base side of the rubber. He's more on the third base side, Tim.
I think strikes are that important. I think that opens up more plate, especially if you miss arm side. But at the same time, the way he throws the cutter a lot more now, the sweeper, I think he's really crowding some of those right-handed batters. And that's what I love. A lot of times it's like, well, here's my arsenal against lefties, and here's my different arsenal against righties. If you're landing a sweeper to lefties and righties, you have that good a command with that pitch. What a weapon.
Will pop up right behind the mound. Gasser says he's got it, and he does. Good old pop up to the pitcher.
And that's it. That's the sweeper. Up and in on the hands of Fairmean.
Here's Blaze Jordan, reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Caught by Vaughn. 2 quick outs. And now a quick message from Gruber Law Offices.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Foul back by Church. Locating that to a left-handed hitter with that arm angle, really hard.
I like how he's just smooth and calm, and then when he's trying to rip the ball through the atmosphere there at the very end, he really gets after it. And that's probably not as much for the fastball as it is the off-speed stuff. You want to sell it.
0-2 to Church. Foul back. The underlying theme of this start, too, for Robert Gasser, Brandon Woodruff is on the shelf. He's on the injured list. You're going to need somebody to fill in that spot of the rotation. Brewers head to Pittsburgh after this St. Louis portion of the road trip. 0-2, wave of the miss. He strikes out Church. Another 3 up and 3 down inning for Robert Gasser. He's retired 7 in a row.
Home Depot.
Brewers and Cardinals back here at Busch Stadium, and BCF's 28th annual 5K, 10K Famous Racing Sausages Run Walk will be held this weekend, Saturday, July 11th at American Family Field. Participants will receive a t-shirt, brought bobblehead, ticket voucher, and more. The money raised goes to support veterans and their families at Fisher House, Wisconsin, and the Clement J. Zawacki VA Medical Center. You can still sign up. You can go to brewers.com/5K, and that is presented by BCF's Leadership Council. Good luck to everyone participating in the 5K, 10K this weekend.
It should be a blast. Hopefully the weather holds off. That's a good thing as Vaughn digs in against Dobbins. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Jared Schuster. He was the addition to the roster for Bruce Zimmerman after the game earlier today. As Vaughn takes down and away. Two 2-1. Down and away. 3 balls and a strike. A couple of lefties scheduled. I wonder if Dobbins will get Vaughn and then they'll go to Schuster for Bowers. We'll find out. That's ball 4. We will find out very shortly. It's like Ollie Marmol is off his stoop.
It's always a tough assignment when they send a pitcher out there. Hey, you got this one batter. And it's almost like whatever you do, don't walk him. And what happens?
You walk him.
You walk him and you got to go to the pen.
Schuster's coming in. He'll face Jake Bauers on the other side. Brewers with a 3-0 lead, looking to add to it in the 6th.
Game 2 of this doubleheader continues. It's a 3-0 lead for the Brewers here in the 6th inning. Our Freighter and Medical College of Wisconsin injury report getting you caught up on the day. A lot of roster moves for the Brewers. David Hamilton landed on the injured list with a strained left hamstring, and that goes back to last night. He ripped an RBI double and just kind of came up lame as he was rounding first base there. So he was removed from the game. Left hamstring tightness for him. He had an MRI here in St. Louis earlier today. It's a low-grade hamstring strain, so we'll see the timeline for Hamilton. Some normal soreness and tightness today, so still too early to know the timeline. As you saw, Greg Jones was recalled. Luis Lara, of course, part of the roster moves today. Blake Perkins was optioned. Robert Gasser was added as the 27th man. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of guys coming back and forth from Nashville guys, but David Hamilton, they're hoping it'll be close to the minimum time for him on the injured list.
Racking up the frequent flyer miles. Thank you, Sophia. Jake Bauers facing Jared Schuster. Another move between games for the Cardinals. Been effective when he's been in the big leagues this year. But he's 3-0 on Bauers. Brewers trying to sweep the doubleheader, up 3-0 in the top of the 6th. And Gasser's working on a gem. There's a strike, and 3-1. Hearing the sounds of happy birthday reminds me I gotta wish happy birthday to Angie Berghammer, celebrating her 103rd birthday today. Happy birthday, Angie. Big fan of Brewers baseball, watches every game. There's a strike. Got a note about a week ago saying that don't forget to wish Angie a happy birthday. So I wrote it down to do it today. There you go.
103?
103 from Luann Berghammer.
Nice. It's like a Smucker's, the Today Show.
That's right.
Love it. Last time Schuster was in the big leagues, he pitched May 6th against the Brewers through a couple of innings. Did face Jake Bauers, got him to pop up.
And he walks him. So back-to-back walks open up the 6th inning. Gary Sanchez a line out and a walk today. He gets a lefty. Sanchez looks at strike one. And oh, I thought he was going to challenge. He went to the bill of the cap. I thought he was going to challenge.
It may just be a habit for him now. As soon as a pitch goes by, just immediately go somewhere on the helmet.
Big swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
Well, in this situation, first and second, nobody out. Gary Sanchez knows if he hits a hard ground ball, good chance it's going to be a double play. Got to get something in the air.
Chance to blow this game open if you're the Brewers. Struck him out. Schuster gets Sanchez with a changeup.
That's the pitch he could not locate to Bauers. Ended up being a walk, but when it comes to Sanchez, he couldn't lay off. One out.
Jackson Churrio's going to hit for Sal Frelick. So Schuster, the left-hander, will not see Frelick. Churrio will take over. See what he can do against Schuster. Churrio hit a home run late in the ball game on Saturday in Arizona. This was in the 9th inning. No doubter off of Paul Sewald. 13th of the year on our Wisconsin Lottery home run counter.
Yeah, hanging sweeper. Churrio destroyed it. Wasn't enough in that particular game. Wonder if Churrio was on the bench going, get me out there. I want to swing. I want a big knock.
There's a high fly to center. Church is behind it, makes the catch. No tag from Vaughn. So after back-to-back walks, a strikeout and a fly out to center, it's Cooper Pratt. Triple, walk, and has scored twice. He's been in the middle of everything today.
Fingerprints all over this game. And game one. Yeah, this is what we were talking about.
A pitch timer violation on Schuster.
I think these guys that have been around this ABS, they know how to manipulate it when they step in. They have such an awareness. And sometimes the pitchers are kind of playing off the hitter rather than playing off the clock.
Pratt takes a strike. See, watch him as he digs into the batter's box. He'll look down and then look immediately at the clock. And then look out to the pitcher. It's part of the timing mechanism.
Well, there's plenty of times too where he doesn't look right away, where he'll just stare straight ahead.
Ground ball hit towards short. Wynn has it. Goes a short way. They get the force out on Bauer's side. Is retired. Morgasser with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th. Allstate Good Hands replay. Brewers flashing a leather today. Sal Frelick. This was in the 3rd inning. Taking a base hit away from Nathan Church. And then Joey Ortiz. This is one of the great plays that we've seen all year.
The Houdini of the hot corner.
Jake Bauers takes over in right field, by the way, and Churrio stays in to play in left. Weatherholt takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over 2 in game 2, 1 out of 9 in the series for Weatherholt. At the knees for strike 2. Time called again. The Brewers playing 5 games in 4 days in this series in St. Louis. Makeup game from May. Cardinals have another makeup game against Arizona that they have to play. 1-2 got jammed out to second base. Arizona will have to come to St. Louis, play a game, and then go on to Washington, D.C. to continue their road trip, essentially taking an off day away from the Cardinals. Starting to run out of days as this season progresses if you got bad weather.
I feel like that's nothing really new for the Cardinals here. See it a lot with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Makes you love the dome, sweet dome.
There's no doubt about that. American family feel back at home. You know you're going to play. You know you're going to play on time every single game. Very fortunate. Herrera pops it up. Lara coming in, and he'll get his first put out in the big leagues. Jordan Walker. Nine straight retired by Robert Gasser. The last man to reach was the Herrera walk in the third inning. Not been a lot of loud contact for St. Louis. Just 2 base hits allowed. Jordan Walker's single with 2 outs in the first inning, the loudest contact of anybody.
Well, the other one too that he hit to Joey Ortiz was smashed into the ground. Joey had to field it in left field. Still threw him out at first.
There's base hit up the middle. Walker is the only guy that's had Gasser's number. Another 2-out single, though. You take that.
Well, again, if you're going to give up a hit, give it up early in a count. Don't go 7, 8, 9 pitches. This is the second pitch. Changeup, pretty well located. But one thing that we have seen from Jordan Walker in this series is the guy's got some plate coverage. I mean, if it's away and down, it's almost down the middle to him. Able to hit it hard back up the middle.
Velasquez the hitter, and takes strike 1. Trying to get through the 6th inning. Robert Gasser. Pitch counts in a great spot. 59 pitches. Look at the 4th and the 5th. A 7-pitch inning, a 9-pitch inning. It's 0-2 on Velasquez.
Well, and we got to set the stage just a little bit too. We saw Ashby in game 1. We saw Uribe. You got to think probably Trevor McGill is down. Pitched last night. He's pitched 3 out of 4 days.
3 straight.
3 straight. So then it's like, okay, well, who are you going to go to for those innings? That's why they got nobody warming up. Let Gasser have it until the game dictates otherwise.
McGill is out in that bullpen. Two from Gasser. Brewers used Chad Patrick for a couple of innings in game 1 yesterday. One, 2. Liner to left center. That's hit well. It is back, and it is into the shrubs for a 2-run homer. Nelson Velasquez got a fastball into third. Hits his 4th home run. It's a 1-run game. Sanchez wanted that further in.
Gasser gets 2 strikes on him. One of those strikes was a fastball. And this one's he just tracked it. He just tracked the fastball down and in. And I think the important thing for Velasquez on this one was try to hit it to the middle of the field. If he tries to pull this ball, it's going to go way foul, or he's going to pop it straight up.
Well, Burleson now, it's a 1-run game in the 6th. Burleson tried to tie it. That gets the Brewers bullpen stirring. Nobody playing catch, but certainly stirring. 2-out damage by St. Louis. Burleson in and out of the glove of Sanchez. It's 0-2. Again, 4th home run allowed. 4th home run, I should say, for Velasquez, all against left-handed pitching. 0-2 to Burleson.
May have been a victim of just going to the well too many times. He got him out the 2 previous at-bats. on fastballs in, fastballs up. That one just wasn't in quite enough. And yeah, if you have a guy looking for that and you don't execute it like you had before, that's the result.
2-2 on Burleson. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Mason Wynn on deck. Foul away. Threw him a good pitch. It was at the top of the zone. Burleson was way out in front.
Gasser hadn't thrown a ton of the sweepers at the top of the zone, but the 2 or 3 that he has thrown, they've all been effective.
And time used by Burleson. Something flying in his vision. Another foul. You can get Burleson at the top of the zone. We saw Mizorowski do it with elite velocity. But as we talked about in game 1, Burleson has a knack of making contact with pitches out of the zone. 3-2 coming. Hit it foul first base side. Again, fastball up.
I think Burleson alone has fouled off 3 dozen boxes of baseballs today between game 1 and game 2. He's played spoiler multiple times.
That one to Gasser. Ball still moving as it was in his glove. Finally gets Burleson, but the damage done. We got a ball game in St. Louis to go to the 7th. 3-2 Brewers.
Hardware, folks.
3-2 Brewers lead in our Toyota game reset. Robert Gasser, quality start so far. 2 runs, 6 innings of work. Luis Lara's first big league hit drove in a couple of runs right now. That's the difference in the game. Jared Schuster back to work against Joey Ortiz. Ball 1 outside with the changeup. Ortiz with a base hit back in the 5th inning. And a fly ball to deep left center. Back at the wall, and Ortiz has left the building. That's an answer from Ortiz. That's his 5th hit of the day. Listen to the chants of Joey in St. Louis.
Well, they've seen the defense. The bat has come alive on this road trip. Putting together some good at bats, takes advantage of a cutter up in the zone and obliterates it. I think once he got it up in the jet stream a little bit, I think you could see Fairmean. He just gave up on it in left field, knew it was gone.
Yelich takes a strike from Schuster.
Like 7 little steps and then kind of like, yeah, I'm good.
Yelich lines one foul up above Brewers dugout. That's the first home run allowed by Schuster in his last 132 batters coming into the game. Last time he'd given up a homer was September of 2024. Yelich bangs foul again. Still nobody loosening in the Brewers bullpen. It'll be Gasser in the 7th. Why not? Stick with him. He's made 1 mistake so far. Up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Yelich. Base side and foul. dirt.
Good take on that changeup. Joey Ortiz has added 25 points to his batting average on this road trip. Sitting around the Mendoza line. Now up to 227.
Yelich has gone on strikes. Luis Lara coming up. Our Toyota drive of the game was Luis Lara's at bat in the 5th. 3-1 count. First big league hit for him, and it netted a couple of runs.
He saw 4 pitches, didn't want to offer it anything, got in a 3-1 count and said, I'll take this one. Rockets it into right. Goes to second on the throw and says, I'm going to need that baseball.
Hits from the right side of the plate for the first time in his career. And he takes down and away.
He's going for another hologram baseball.
First hit from the left side, first hit from the right side. Why not? 2 different cases. 2-0 on Lara.
Oh, he just got out of Arizona where they had 4 switch hitters. And just the ability to be able to be interchangeable on where they put guys. Now the Brewers have another one.
Fouled off his front foot.
And a guy that, for the most part, he's going to see a lot of pitches. He's going to take his walks, and he's not going to be an easy strikeout.
Fits the profile of Pat Murphy. Three and 1 on Lara. Hey, he's got a good swagger to him. Swing and a miss. But it's not a demonstrative in your face kind of swagger, but yeah, hey, I belong here. I'm ready.
Well, a lot of times it's easy for a rookie to come up and your eyes are just big, but he knows his way around the batter's box.
And he draws a walk. So we'll see him aboard at first base, see if he gets his wheels going. As Bryce Terang digs in, a double for him in 3 at-bats. Lara had 24 stolen bases down in the minor leagues. Brewers outscoring the Cardinals 12-4 in the 7th inning or later this season. I mean, they have owned the Cardinals here recently. Last 19 games, 16-3 against St. Louis. Lara's got a big lead. Schuster throws that way. He's back standing.
I'd love for him to take off. Why not? They have a beat on Schuster. Got a lefty in the box. Just missed with a fastball. You're going to come back with another fastball on Terang.
That's a shot towards the gap in right center. Lara's on the move. Lara's going to be sent around third. There's going to be a play at home. The throw from Wynn all the way through, and it's late. Lara showing off the speed as Terang doubles home another run.
Maybe the Cardinals were worried that Lara was going to take second. They go with another heater, very reachable. And Bryce Terang crushes this ball in the right center gap. His 22nd double on the season, and then it's just glorious watching Luis Lara float around those bases.
It was almost a direct line from third base home. He cut that bag perfectly. Now Vaughn takes inside, ball 1. It almost looked from our vantage point that he missed third base, but he was right on it. He just cut it perfectly. Two doubles for Bryce Terang in the 3 spot.
I'm still trying to figure out why you would throw back-to-back fastballs on Bryce Terang, one that misses and one that is super meaty on the plate.
Brewers are thankful of that sequence.
Well, I guess the pitching side of me is like, part of it is, okay, here's where you don't go. And there's got to be another way, another plan, a choose your own adventure book where you're like, okay, I missed with a fastball. Now where do I go? If you get predictable and you throw a reachable fastball, what do you think somebody like Bryce Turang is going to do? He's been doing it all season long.
Right after the Cardinals got within a run with a 2-run homer, the Brewers answer right back. Been doing it all year. Three and two on Vaughn. Vaughn still has yet to challenge a pitch. That one was close. Bauers on deck. And Vaughn fouls it away.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever thought I would find myself rooting for guys to challenge. I was rooting for Garrett Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was like, this kid is getting lots of balls called strikes against him, and finally he challenged, turns a strikeout into a walk. But I'm starting to see more of that, especially in this series. I think there's been some big misses, and guys are kind of taken back, like, I shouldn't have to do ABS for that. And then they kind of question themselves, and then a few seconds go by, and boom, that you can't challenge.
3-2 to Vaughn. Runner takes off. And it's a ground ball on one hop off the glove of Weatherholt. It'll be a base hit for Vaughn. Turang ends up at third. Vaughn's second hit of the road trip. And now Bauers hits with 2 on.
Yeah, right back up the middle. I think just the tough angle and how hard it was hit, Weatherholt unable to come up with it, but as soon as it got in Wynn's hand, that's when you just stay on the base. He was hoping that Turang was going to try to offer to go home.
Changeup coming in, and Vaughn hit a changeup on the way out. Bauers, the one swing could put this game out of reach. And Schuster's out there, in essence, wearing it for St. Louis.
Well, that's a bad feeling when you're in a pickle and you come set, you check the bullpen, and there's no movement whatsoever.
Bauers with a big swing at that changeup. Schuster, former first rounder by the Braves in 2020. 25th overall selection, taken 5 picks after Garrett Mitchell. He's in the 3 spot in the rotation a couple of years ago with the Braves, 2023, behind Strider and Max Fried. Fallen on some hard times here of late, was with the White Sox. Three balls and a strike on Bauers. Signed as a minor league non-roster invitee to spring training with the Cardinals this year. (3-1) to Bauers. 3-2. Oh for 2 for Bauers with a walk. Fouled it away. A good pitch to hit the slider. Use the timeout to allow us to tell you that Jake Bauers has 6 3-run homers this year. So most of the big leagues. We got 2 ducks on the pond as it stands.
And he's about to see pitch number 32 from Schuster.
And he took it low for ball 4. They will be loaded for Gary Sanchez. And that bullpen is still silent for St. Louis.
I mean, 32 pitches in the inning, and they have nobody going right now. That is a lonely feeling. And the only time you get a visit's from the catcher, and that's usually when something's gone bad.
Garrett Mitchell will run at first base for Bauers. Gary Sanchez, a line out, a walk, and a strikeout. The strikeout came against Schuster in the 6th. Here's Garrett. See the pitches this inning, 31 of them from Schuster. Down and in. Trying to think. Brewers at one point did this to a pitcher with the Pirates. Cam View was the guy's name, a left-hander, and the Pirates left him out there for like 50 pitches.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago, maybe.
Yeah. 2022, and Cam View has not pitched in the big leagues since that season. 8 career games in the big leagues. Now he's not quite at 50 pitches, but he's up there. 1-1 pitch. Lined into the gap in left center. Base hit. Fermin knocks it down. 2 runs will score. And the Brewers add a couple more as Sanchez drives it a pair.
Pitch number 35 of the inning. A cutter down and in. Sanchez rockets into left center. I didn't think Fermin took a very good route. He made up for it. He was able to snag it. I mean, if that ball gets to the wall, who knows if Sanchez is standing on third or not, but there's at least another run that scores.
Shot from our wire cam, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. And we'll get a pitch timer violation on Schuster. Yeah, that appearance from Cam View was almost 4 years ago to the day. Threw 56 pitches in 1 inning. Jackson Churriel, the 8th man to hit in this inning against Schuster. That's a low one in the dirt.
Do have to give a shout out to Ivan Herrera, who has saved about 5 wild pitches just in this inning with a man on third.
That bullpen phone just rang, I think, for St. Louis. 2-0 to Churriel. And he looked at it low. 3 balls and no strikes.
I'm not sure if you can hear the bullpen mound here at Busch Stadium from the mound. There's some places where you can hear the bullpen phone. That's a bad feeling too. I had one of those in Houston. Came set and under the wall, heard those beep. I'm like, oh man.
3-0 auto take.
But right now I think Schuster would probably welcome it.
That's Graceffo. He was loosening in game 1, didn't pitch in the game. 3-1 to Churriel. Ripped into right center, a base hit. Mitchell scores. Sanchez puts on the brakes. It's 8-2 Brewers on an RBI single by Churriel.
And talked a little bit about Alec Burleson willing to go out of the zone to get hits. That's what Jackson Churriel does on this sinker down below the zone. And we've seen him pretty much all year long take heaters to the opposite field. This one as good as any. Rocketed right past Weatherholt. Mitchell scores easy. Sanchez going station to station.
And Herrera's going to go out and chat with Schuster. That snaps an 0 for 6 on the day for Jackson Chourio. And his first hit of the series. So he was 0 for 11. Now 1 for 12, and Ollie Marmol, who is giving Graceffo a couple of extra beats to throw some more pitches. You can see Schuster. He is just.
And he's coming up
grinding.
on 40, 39 pitches. He's just like anybody. He'll just hand the ball to anybody standing around him.
Well, Ollie Marmol's about ready to take the baseball from him.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe he was reaching for his water instead.
Yeah, here he comes. He's just giving Graceffo a couple of extra pitches. So Ollie Marmol is coming out. 39 pitches from Schuster. And Graceffo is going to come into this game. And Schuster is going to need a cool shower. A 5-run 7th inning, and the Brewers still only have 1 out. 9th man coming to the plate, Cooper Pratt.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got you covered this season. Visit MLBshop.com/Brewers, the official source for your Brewers gear.
Well, Brewers fans are happy. 5 runs so far in this 7th inning, and Gordon Graceffo is on for the 2nd time in the series. Pitched in last night's game.
And that was inning number 8, just threw 11 pitches. There was a walk in there, but had 3 quick outs. He did face Pratt. Got him to fly out to center.
Swing and a miss. Slider from Graceffo.
Well, and take a lesson too. When you're a reliever and you come in and you got other people's runners on base, you throw your best secondary pitch, usually a breaking ball. Just a rule of thumb.
Graceffo wants a new sequence. Pitch timer winding down, and a disengagement from Graceffo. Still only 1 out. 6 straight batters have reached for the Brewers. Walk, double, single, walk, single, single. Joey Ortiz led off this inning with a solo homer.
It was a 1-run ball game too. Starting the top of the 7th. Wondering if the bullpen was going to get going. Do you put Gasser back out there? There were a lot of question marks, and the offense said, no, we'll just score a bunch.
Tight on Pratt. He's been on base twice, a triple, a walk. It was the final out of the 6th on a fielder's choice. Pratt fair inside the bag. Sanchez will score. Chourio around 3rd. He'll be sent. It's a 2-run double for Cooper Pratt. The Brewers have hung a 10 spot on St. Louis.
Yeah, those are not boos. Those are coops. I have been in awe how these young Brewer hitters have been patient at the plate. Works a good count. Finally finds what he wants to attack. It's a slider hanging down the middle and rips it right down the line.
Joey Ortiz, who started this inning with a home run, hits for a 2nd time. There's only been 1 out since. Strike 1 on Ortiz. The at-bats from the Brewers in this inning have been impeccable. And now the Brewers have scored more runs than anybody in Major League Baseball in the 7th inning or later. It's down low on Ortiz. The Kings of the big inning yet again.
And there's an art to that. On being able to read a situation, try to figure out what's best for the club in that moment.
Flare towards center, caught by Wynn. Back to second goes Pratt. So Yelich comes up, hitting for his second time. He has made the only other out in this inning. Those 2 runs, I should say, yeah, both of those runs that scored on the double by Pratt, charged to Graceffo, I should say, to Schuster. Just cleaning all of that up. So 7 runs charged to Schuster. Yelich fouls it away. 10 more hits for the Brewers. They had 10 hits in the opener of this doubleheader. '41st game with 10 or more hits. Just a relentless offensive attack.
Well, what we're seeing a lot of lately is more the extra base hits. There were 10 hits in game 1, 5 of those extra base hits. Tonight, 10 hits, 5 extra base hits.
Three and 1 on Yelich.
It was a 50th pitch by a Cardinal pitcher here in the 7th.
That's it?
I think so. Oof. You're questioning my math. Now I don't. Now I'm way off. I don't know.
I wasn't questioning the total. I just was saying that's it. It feels like a lot more. That's all.
Yeah. My arm's aching just watching all of these pitches. That's what's interesting about the pitcher's mound. You have to be out there, feel comfortable, but as soon as you step on that mound, you immediately want to get off of it.
3-2. Yelich, ground ball right at Wynn. And throws out Yelich, who makes 2 outs in the 7th inning. The Brewers send 11 to the plate. They score 7 times. They're up 10-2 at the stretch.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest. And by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain.
Big game for the old Brew Crew today. 10-2 our score. Luis Lara slides over to right field. Garrett Mitchell, who pinch ran for Bowers, is in center. Gasser back to work. Brewers bullpen starts to move. Brewers hoping to get this 7th inning for Robert Gasser. Mason Wynn to start it, and he takes strike 1.
I mean, that was probably close to a 30-minute top of the 7th. Gasser sitting in there for a long time.
Here's Jared Koenig. Gasser has never recorded an out in the 7th inning in his big league career. He's 0-2 on Mason Wynn. He's gone 6 innings a few times. 4 to be exact. The last in Atlanta on the 21st of June. Already has a quality start, looking to finish it out. Ground ball to third. Backhand play. Ortiz gets rid of it. Designed one hopper, and he takes care of Wynn. What a joy to watch Joey Ortiz play the left side of the infield.
I mean, if you're a team out there that has the AstroTurf, I mean, think about what he could do with that kind of surface. I mean, this is pretty close, but I mean, just so smooth, knows exactly what he's doing. Nice little hop that Andrew Vaughn can dig it out with.
Nice Bermuda grass here in St. Louis. It skips well. One hopper by design. Jose Fermin takes high. That out in this 7th inning, giving Gasser the longest outing of his career. Slightly low on Fermin.
Well, it worked out perfectly too. There was a lot of question marks when he was done with that 6th inning. Threw 21 pitches in that inning. And then with that kind of long inning where they score a whole bunch of runs, was able to rest up, come back out, throwing strikes.
Again, the pitch count is in a really good spot for him. That's 78 as he pitches in the 7th inning.
Well, it took 29 pitches to go through the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning. Not too shabby.
To Fermin. Has not had a leadoff batter reach against him today. In fact, the Cardinals have not had anybody on base with less than 2 outs in this game. Good sweeper, but it missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Popped him up. Pratt going out. Pratt secures the catch. 2 away. Kind of nice for Robert Gasser to go out there and say, all right, I got 2 outs in every single inning before anything happens.
Oh, this is what I meant by ride the wave. I mean, this is opportunity. It's knocking, and Robert Gasser is kicking the door in. Wants to show what he can do, and I mean, this is a perfect Game 2 relaxed environment for him. Really is exploring the space.
Found away by Jordan. The Brewers will give the baseball to Kyle Harrison tomorrow. Listed as to be determined for Thursday's game. Yes, there are still 2 more games left in this series.
Could be any one of us at this point.
There's Kyle Harrison, top step of the dugout, sitting next to Shane Drowan, who pitched last night. Miz, who pitched Game 1. And Logan Henderson on the far side. Could be your 5 starters in this series. Again, to be determined for Thursday. Two and one on Blaze Jordan. Started at first base in Monday night's game. Today is Tuesday. That's last night. We played a game earlier today. It's been a long day at the field. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Give a shout out to our great crew out in the truck. Sticking in there all day long. They've been here since the early hours of the morning getting this thing ready to go for today. Jordan into left for Jackson Chourio. That retires his side. We've played 7 innings. It's a career night for Robert Gasser.
Folks.
This copyright telecast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. Luis Lara in his big league debut helping out this 10-run attack against the St. Louis Cardinals. He will lead it off against a position player. Brian Torres is the new pitcher. Played second base in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Blaze Jordan's over at first. Fermin is over at third. Velasquez is in left. And Lara hits one to right. Coming in is Walker. And he makes the play. 1 up and 1 down in this 8th inning. So down by 8 runs. You can use a position player. You got to be up by 10 to use a position player. Down by 8, up by 10. Torres, who made his big league debut earlier this year, pitching for the first time in his career, and that one's ripped foul by Terang. Just go up there, throw strikes, don't mess around. Don't hurt yourself. That is caught. Terang hit it on the screws. The right of Blaze Jordan. 2 up and 2 down.
This makes pitchers want to be like, I am trying way too hard in my career. Why don't I just stand out there and flip 42 miles an hour down the middle?
Vaughn 1 for 3. Took 39 up around the shoulder. 39. Ground ball to second, off the glove of Weatherholt and into right. See how they rule that. That could be a base hit.
I think he kind of played it into a hit. It was skipping away from him, and he was playing it like it was coming right at him.
E4 on Weatherholt, and he's one of the game's best defensive second basemen.
He's probably going to have words about that. He's probably going to be like, why don't you just give the hit and put it on the position player's record?
Right. Here's Garrett Mitchell. Fouled off of the catcher. You ask these hitters, they'd rather face 105 than face 39. And Brian Torres was working out of the windup. Mitchell caught by Weatherholt. A couple of rockets, but an 8-pitch hitting from Brian Torres. Couple atom balls. Bottom of the 8th on the way. Gasser going out there for the 8th.
Taking care of our own.
The newest Brewers bobblehead is almost here. Get a Brandon Woodruff trading card bobble for the first 25,000 fans at the game Saturday, July 18th, courtesy of PNC Bank. See the bobble and get your tickets at brewers.com/giveaways.
7-sibling road trip. What could go wrong? Nothing, because you're going to see a doubleheader sweep. That's awesome. Catching t-shirts, having a great time. And Robert Gasser going out there for inning number 8. 86 pitches on his ledger. 9, 1, and 2. Church, Weatherholt, and Herrera. First one's a strike on Church. And if you're Pat Murphy, Chris Hook, Jim Henderson, you're going out there and looking at Robert Gasser and going, heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get that the Cardinals have to put a position player out there, but this means a lot to that man on the mound right now. Uncharted territory for him. And when you're in these moments, it's what do you have in the tank? Can you still focus up? You know, this many up downs, this deep into a ball game. It's been a long day. The way he's been able to navigate this lineup, pretty outstanding stuff.
And the effects it has on the bullpen moving forward.
Yeah, it's a doubleheader today, but there's no off days between now and the All-Star break. And you take these moments when they come. Let him have this moment. Everyone benefits from it, minus the Cardinals, but pretty much everybody else benefits from it.
Gasser on pitch number 90. It's Nathan Church. Missed down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eight-run lead for the Brewers. Gasser trying to get the leadoff man like he has all night long. Got him. 4th strikeout for Gasser, and the person with the best seat in the house for some reactions from the dugout is Sophia. What was the dugout like when Gasser went out there for inning number 8?
Well, the last couple innings that he's come back into the dugout, pitching coach Chris Hook has been adamant with him, and it's been a very simple message. It's like, Gas, just keep going, just keep going. He just keeps repeating that to him, and Gasser was down below. He's been cooling off below the dugout the last couple of innings, and he seems just as locked in from the first inning as he is now in the 8th.
Weatherholt out to left. Churio is there. 2 away in this 8th inning.
And the velocity is maintained as well. We heard it in his own words before the game started that he wants to maintain velocity throughout the entire start. 92, 93 miles an hour. He was throwing 91, 92 in the first. Now 93 on that last one.
He's thrown 6 pitches in this 8th inning. You know, faced Jimmy Crooks, who came on as the catcher. Swing and a miss. Crooks, who caught game 1 of this doubleheader. Craig Yoho starting to play catch in the Brewers pen. How fantastic was he a couple of days ago in relief of Brandon Woodruff? Gasser trying to finish 8. He had never finished 7. He'd never got an out in the 7th inning in his career before tonight. Trying to finish 8. And he hits Crooks to a base runner. And you deal with Jordan Walker, who's had the 3 best at-bats against Gasser all night.
Well, he's limited to all singles except for the Velasquez homer. Made a mistake on that one, but he's allowed some 2-out runners. That's number 6 on the night. I think Sanchez just wants to say, listen, this guy's been getting good looks on you all night. We got to try something else. We've tried 3 different things. It hadn't worked. What do you got?
Got to imagine it's his last batter. Either he gets him or he doesn't. And Gary Sanchez looked into the dugout, and Pat Murphy is coming out of the dugout. And Murph is going to make the pitching change. He hasn't made a pitching change in 3 weeks.
Yeah, maybe he's just going to talk it out. Nope.
He's going to make the move for Yoho. Gasser wanted to finish 8. Instead, he'll be content with 7 2/3, and that is a whale of a performance from left-hander Robert Gasser. He'll give the baseball to Pat Murphy, and he's going to get a nice handshake and a fist bump from Murph. Great job by Gasser. Quality start of quality starts from Gasser.
Kevin Hart.
Robert Gasser's 7 2/3 innings of brilliance tonight in St. Louis, Tim.
Retired every leadoff man. 72% first pitch strikes. He got a lot of off-balance swings. That sweeper was outstanding. 3 strikeouts on the fastball. Even got to field his position a little bit. I really thought he did a great job controlling this lineup, knowing when they were being aggressive and knowing when they were being very passive. 7 2/3 strong, gives way to Craig Yoho. Our Gruber call, 1 call, that's all. Call to the bullpen.
Tim, you should just take care of all of our sponsor reads from here on out. Nice
I added
job.
an extra call.
It's okay. We can give Craig a call. This is his 7th appearance.
Now his last has probably been his best in the big leagues.
Caught by Vaughn at first base. Jordan Walker looking out at Vaughn going, how'd you catch it? Well, I did. Inning over. We go to the 9th inning. 10-2 Brewers.
It's time for tonight's Tavern of the Game winner, and that's Dead Squirrel Bar and Grill in Glidden. If the tavern calls the Milwaukee Brewers by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they receive 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer is courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Brian Torres out for his 2nd inning of work. Looks like we got a new first baseman. Pedro Pajes is over at first. Blaze Jordan moves back over to 3rd, and that one was at, I don't know, because it didn't register.
Yeah.
Listed as a curveball, and it did not register. Ooh, 36 miles an hour is what I see. That's a ground ball foul. 36 miles an hour. Not the slowest of all time. That is Brock Holt, who threw the slowest pitch of all time, former Brewer, StatCast era. Sanchez takes high. By the way, Glidden, Wisconsin is way up north.
Churio just changed his helmet out a couple of times.
He's going to hit left-handed.
He's going to bat and swing it left-handed.
He's using Jake Bauer's helmet.
I love it. He had a different one on. I think it was Terang's. It didn't fit.
And that's ball 4 to Sanchez. So Churio's going to hit from the left side of the plate against Torres. So we'll do this at bat with Churio left-handed.
I'm excited for this, Jeff.
I got to get some Glidden information out there too, by the way. But we'll check out Churio hitting from the left side of the plate for the first time ever. And he hits one to straightaway center for Church, and he makes the catch. It's a pretty swing from the left side for Jackson Churio. Are you kidding me?
Hey, he was able to catch up to
look at the faces of his teammates.
35 miles per hour.
Wow.
What can he not do? Look at that open stance, softball swing.
That's impressive. And not generating any of the power.
I would love to know where that stemmed from. If he brought it up, or if somebody like Contreras was like, just go bat left-handed.
Pratt caught my win. Joey Ortiz hits. Torres trying to go 2 shutout in this bullpen. Just trying to throw a knuckleball, looked like it. Glidden, by the way, way up north, known as the black bear capital of the world. At one point, 1963, a 10-foot, 7-inch, 665-pound black bear was hunted in Glidden, just so you know. That's why their school mascot is the black bear. All right, we'll put that to bed. The dead squirrel still open for business. 10-2 as we go to the bottom of the ninth.
Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good day to be a Brewers fan. Jackson Chourio, who came into this game late, just hit from the left side of the plate in the 9th inning and almost hit a ball out of the ballpark. Nelson Velasquez hits against Craig Yoho. Luis Lara, heck of a debut for him as Yoho delivers strike 1 on Velasquez. Sophia, down in the Brewers dugout, why did Jackson Chourio go hit from the left side of the plate?
Well, Hydro Shock, William Contreras had something to do with it. He thought it'd be kind of fun for Jack to try it. And I asked Jason Lane, a Brewers offensive coordinator and one of the hitting coaches here. He said he's never seen Chourio take a left-handed swing. Not even in the cage, not even messing around. Sal Frelick confirmed that. So pretty impressive for Jackson to turn that around. And they put that together pretty quickly, changing out the batting helmet and the bat for him.
Chourio coming on, and he'll make a sliding catch. He didn't do that left-handed, but he makes a great sliding catch. First time we've seen him smile in a little while. Out number 1 in the 9th inning. So he had to switch out his helmet too. He initially started with one helmet, as Tim saw, and then had to go to Jake Bauer's helmet because it fit him better from the left side with that C-flap. As Brian Torres hits, who's been pitching for the last 2 innings. And a check swing foul.
Yeah, I was looking down there and I saw that Chourio was by the fence, not in the on-deck circle, even though there's no circles down there at the present time. And looked like he kept changing helmets, and I saw that the flap was on, you know, the right side for the left-handed. And then I didn't want to interrupt your Glidden spiel.
Oh, no, it was worth it, please.
And I apologize for that.
No, I'm glad you did. Torres staying alive. It's 0-2. He threw a ball 32 miles an hour, by the way, in that top of the 9th inning. And he strikes out on a changeup. Brewers last 3 starts in St. Louis. I'd say they're getting it done. 6 earned runs. Drowan giving up the 1 run last night. Jacob Mizorowski allowed 3 earlier today in his 7 innings with 11 strikeouts. Gasser 7 2/3. This one a fly ball into right. Lara in his big league debut is under it. He makes the catch. And the Brewers have taken the first 3 in the series against the Cardinals, and they sweep the doubleheader.
This game had everything, including a Brewers win, which is the most important thing. We just saw those 3 pitchers in the last 3 starts. And why is that important? 3 shorter starts in Arizona. Bullpen was good. Yoho comes in, gets the job done, but all the way around, Brewers big hits. Joey Ortiz goes big fly. Luis Lara, welcome to the big leagues. What a game.
We saw Jackson Churio hit left-handed. Plenty to talk about. We've got Brewers post-game coming up. Tim and Sophia will anchor our coverage for that. Get you set for tomorrow's 4th game of 5 in the series. It's brought to you by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long. Stick around. Brewers post-game is coming up next.